Did either of you watch the State of Play?
I did not.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
They showed a couple pretty good looking games. They showed what did they show? They showed one. They showed Kick. Was it Knockout Brawl? It was like a dodgeball
yeah.
game. It actually looked pretty fun until I saw the EA logo.
Oh man! Oh god! Oh man! Oh god! Oh man! Oh god! Oh.
Oh my god! I forget how much companies destroy everything.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I was actually like, you know what? The art style is not really my thing, but this actually looks like pretty fun gameplay. Like you can turn, like other players can turn into the ball if you don't have the ball, and you can throw them and shit, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff in there, and you can like double jump and dash out of the way of shit. So I was like, oh, there's gonna be some crazy shit in this game.
And there's different types of balls and everything. Yep. So
I was like, this looks pretty fun. And then it hit that final screen, and down the bottom right it said EA. I was like, oh no, never mind. No thanks.
I mean, I'm still gonna probably try it out, but
I'll give it like maybe a year or two.
I was gonna say there could be the fact that it may not be monetized to shit.
Right.
It probably will be, but. Maybe
you know what? I bet they won't in the beginning, and then when everybody's not paying attention, they'll throw it in. Like with
like
fucking Battlefield or whatever. Yeah.
I think as a what's the word I'm looking for? Not collectors, but like
a piece of junk.
It's not a piece of junk though.
Looks like a piece of junk. It looks like it's made out of literally like junk, like pipes and shit that she found in the garbage.
And that's cool.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, whatever.
that kind of look is why I think like Star Wars like guns look like shit, because a lot of them just look like a bunch of shitty trash stuck together.
You don't like steampunk at all, do you?
I like steampunk, just not when it looks like trash. There's good looking steampunk, because like fucking what's that movie about but the show about the train, Cabaneri's Iron Fortress or whatever. That's steampunk, and that shit looks awesome. Because steampunk's not really just about how it looks; it's about how the shit works, you know. So
I mean, yeah.
You can make good looking steampunk. Just Star Wars and this chick did make a good looking gun. So I was thinking about like watching like Stadia and like all this shit fuck up is like it makes me tired in the way that jerking off too much makes me tired, you know.
Too much catharsis at one time.
it feels too good to see these people just completely fail, you know.
Oh god.
All right, let's talk about Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Finally.
It looks fucking great. God damn! The best part about it is that it's not based off of speed, or it's not based off parkour or free running. It's based off of tricking.
Yeah.
Which, when I found that out, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be fucking badass.
Yeah, they're gonna do some like insanely crazy shit. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, the trailer came out, just showing you mostly gameplay, which is cool. I'm glad this wasn't like a story trailer or anything. I think the first trailer you should always show is the gameplay one. But yeah, that's awesome. When did it say it was coming out?
Next,
like 2022, like beginning of 2022, I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find that real quick, but yeah, I think so. And plus, you know, the music is just on point.
Of course, yeah.
Fucking Hideki Naganuma, just
it's gonna be crazy. The song's called "Get Enough."
Get Enough. E-N-U-F. Enough.
It's the shit. Hey guys, so when you think of games that could be made into a TV show, what are some examples you think would be good? You know,
games that can be made into a TV show.
Like, you know, things with like plots and like character. You know, those kind of games.
The Walking Dead.
Well, yeah, there you go. See, they should, or you know what? They should take Batman and make movies through him because he had those games, right? Remember?
Yeah, those are really good.
But
is this like some sort of clickbait article that I'm not aware of?
No. It's apparently real.
So, do you guys, when you hear about shows that are going to be made into, or games that are going to be made into TV shows, do you think about, like Frogger at all?
Okay, so I was super skeptical, but then I actually clicked on the article, and it makes
pretty sure it's like a
way more
game
sense.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like, when they said that, I'm like, oh, obviously, okay, this makes sense now. But, like,
Right.
if I was like, are you going to be making, like, a Sonic X out of Frogger? Because that seems really stupid.
Because when I saw the name of the article, I was like, impossible. There's no fucking way. There's literally nothing to make a fucking show about, right? Cause it's the same thing with, like, what was that other thing getting made? Like Tetris? Like they're making a Tetris movie or whatever the fuck? Yeah. Exactly. So I was like, well, if they're making a Tetris movie, why wouldn't they attempt to make a fucking Frogger TV show? But then, of course, when you click on the article, it's like
It's like Wipeout, essentially.
like Guts or
Takeshi's
that kind of
Castle.
shit.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, this obviously makes sense. Like, and I have a feeling this will do, like, relatively well, honestly.
That's actually pretty. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like, not everything needs to be made into a fucking Breaking Bad-esque TV show.
Yeah.
So thankfully somebody actually thought about this, because I bet there was some shit on the table like, hey, let's make Frogger into a profitable what's it called, mascot show.
Yeah, by the way,
Nah.
this your cease and desist jam link is dead. So
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Nintendo went hard as fuck, didn't they? They said, we won't just cease and desist the games, we'll cease and desist your whole fucking jam, bitch. Wow. That's crazy. Hold on. So does that mean the jam wins the cease and desist jam?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just kind of get into that story. So there was this really cool game jam on Itch.io called the Cease and Desist Jam. Basically, you were to make a game that was similar to enough to a Nintendo game that it gets cease and desisted. Like it had to be legally distinct, but it still had to be similar enough that Nintendo would step in and get cease and desisted. And it was like the first people to do it would get like certain prizes, right? But apparently, Nintendo said, "We got a better one for you."
貴様の拳など顔どにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？そうは匠できぜぶ。
And they shut down the whole fucking thing.
Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious.
All right, you know what, Nintendo? You win this time. You win this round. That's fucked up.
Man, they're like. So I guess all the prize money goes.
You're just gonna keep that shit.
Oh, it's funny.
That is.
Man.
Oh God. I could not have asked
Pretty
for a
good.
better fucking statement.
I can't. You know what? I can't be mad at Nintendo for this one. They were asking for it. They were literally asking for it. Oh. Okay, since. All right, let's talk about a game that actually looks fucking awesome. Deathloop.
What to do when the bullet is the same, but the kill is always new.
Yo, Deathloop. Look, every time I see it, just looks more sick.
Yeah, they're doing the smart thing. They're like, let's release a better trailer each time. Yeah, this is fucking incredible. They knocked it out of the park with that James Bond fucking song. The game looks so fun. The game.
It's a really interesting concept too, because it looks like it's like open
Yeah,
world, but not, because it's a puzzle game, but also open world. So you have to figure out where. Well, I don't know how open world is.
You know what? I bet it's like a Mega Man game where you can choose where you want to go,
And
right?
you have to do specific things depending on
Yeah.
which way you go.
And then it'll, like, depending on where you go first, it'll change how things go somewhere else, and that'll change how you might get a kill. I like that they showed, like, all the other trailers kind of just show her killing you, but then in this trailer they finally show like you getting a shot on her. It's like a fucking incredible like 360 no scope on her ass. It's super good. Yeah, this looks like the first like first-person shooter that I'm super into in a while.
I mean, it's
It's
not
so
only
fun.
first-person shooter. It's also
It's like all
powers
this
and everything.
extra, all these powers and like story elements and
You know what it
just the
reminds me
weird,
of?
like, what's that?
This reminds me of like Dishonored, but if it was like Neon.
You're not even
Yeah,
wrong.
it does,
Yeah,
it
that
does
makes
give me those
yeah.
vibes.
Yeah, because like I was looking at like the powers or like what was in the trailer. It looks a lot like Dishonored, or like Dishonored mixed with like Bioshock.
Yeah,
I could see that.
it looks so fun. Like it's just colorful and exciting, and the characters are all like they're all just cool. It's gonna be fun, I think, and people are gonna learn to do crazy shit. I'm still like I wonder if they're gonna do some sort of multiplayer with it. They keep saying it's just gonna be like a single player thing, but
It would be
I
interesting
wonder if they're gonna
if
grab multiplayer.
the main chick is like another player, you know, or you have that option.
Because
That
that was
would be
in
cool.
other games as well, I think.
Oh,
'Cause that does feel like the deal, right? Like she seems to be just another like version of you.
She does,
know,
yeah.
I forgot what other game was that happened in?
whatever. Anyway,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, it's definitely was awesome.
nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the other cool thing about this game is that like I can't wait to see the speed run.
Yeah, because someone's gonna like figure out the most insane, quickest way to get there.
Because from what it seems like, seems like everything's the same every single run. So
At
far.
least, at least from like for like a certain, as far as like a certain, like depending on where you start, I guess maybe. Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it even says like if you do one thing in one place, it'll change something somewhere else. So, yeah, it looks like you'll be able to just kind of redo stuff if you start from a certain point, and
Yeah.
that's just kind of the way you want to go.
It just doesn't seem like things are randomly generated. So
Right,
if not, then you can force certain situations, which means the speed run could be godlike.
Yep. And I bet that's part of why the girl is in there too, to kind of like throw that off. To
Oh yeah, just for a little bit of RNG aspects.
because it seems like she's a little smarter than the fucking rest of the AI.
Yeah.
You know. So
It would be interesting if they did like the alien isolation thing, where like there's two AIs, one that like, or like one.
like one for the robots and one for the aliens.
Yeah, well, because like I think there was like the way they set it up was like one controlled the alien and the other was like knew exactly where you were and was kind of like feeding the alien hints,
Yeah.
which is scary as shit, and it's the reason that
That's terrifying.
I have not played it yet. I'm waiting for Kayla to have like a couple free weekends, so that way we can do that.
Well, that's like, I mean, that's like Mr. X showing up in RE2 remake. Because if you just stand around for a while, he'll just teleport to you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't find him that like the first time he showed up. I was like, oh shit, and then like every time after that, I'm just like, I don't care. Like, get out the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, he just kind of after a while he just it turns into like just an obstacle. It's just annoying, you know.
Well, like the worst part is they made him, like he just grabs you if you try to run by him. So it's just like,
Yeah.
I can't dodge past him. It's just like dumb. Anyway, let's just move on.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
Yeah, that was the state of play.
EA got canceled.
It fe-
E3 got canceled. Who
EA,
cares?
yeah, E3 is dead. Well, the live event has been canceled, so that doesn't say they still won't do something else, you know. But
Who cares?
E3 is dead. Fuck them.
E3 has not been relevant since like 2007. Like no one cares.
Can we just talk about how cool Street Fighter V is now?
Yeah, it's finally a fighting game.
It's
Incredible.
fucking like, why did it take 8 years?
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
What is it? What time? When did Street Fighter get
It's not
released?
like-
5 years ago?
5-6 years ago, I believe. Like 6, maybe.
Let's see, 2016, 5 years ago.
5. Okay.
February 16, 2016.
So it's just turned 5 years old.
Yep. And it's finally a good game.
Do I have to play it now? No,
Yeah.
I don't.
If I had known it was gonna take this long, I definitely wouldn't have picked it up when it first came out.
Yeah, like it was fun, but it was just base. Like it was just like
It's just basic. Like,
all the concepts just weren't there yet.
yeah.
Well, that's the same
Like,
as like.
it felt like the whole thing was make it more aggressive, and then that's kind of all they did. You know, and then they've evolved it over time to finally be something Street Fighter players really want to play.
That EX backdash, man. And then you got Flexel with just another dash.
FF14 feels like one of those games that like you're gonna like it if you get into it. You know, it just feels like one of the few, not necessarily perfect, but like guaranteed good games. You know.
Yeah, it really is just a Final Fantasy game that happens to be multiplayer rather than like a multiplayer game that happens to be Final Fantasy, and like that makes a big difference.
That kind of feels more like what people actually want from Final Fantasy. I feel like people don't really give a rat's ass about these stories anymore. They just want to play a really good, like Final Fantasy themed, like fantasy game.
Yeah. I mean, the story in this game is actually pretty good though.
Again, like that. Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
that's like icing on the cake,
secondary,
right?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Secondary. Jesus Christ, kill me.
Secondary.
Secondary.
Chicken tandoori.
Yeah.
Have either of you ever watched Sinbad?
Yes. Who's bad?
Yeah, it's
Sinbad.
so.
I love that movie as well.
It's pretty good.
Sinbad's a good movie. It's got a good little like story to it. It's not like it's not out there. You're not gonna learn anything from that movie, but it's got a pretty decent story.
It's a decent little adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really reinventing the wheel. It's got like Brad Pitt as the main dude, weirdly.
Really? That's the voice actor?
I believe so. And I think then after that, I think he went on to be a voice actor in Nothing Ever.
All right, put your hands in the air.
Sinbad Legend of Seven Seas, 2003 movie. Brad Pitt is the voice actor.
Yep.
He did a pretty good job, not gonna lie.
It's such like a weird, like quirky thing for him to do. But whatever. I guess he wasn't like as big then, huh?